Surf and turf is once again the topic today on Cooking with Spirit. On one side I have a salmon, a classic, and on the other side a roast pork, also a classic. And today I'm going to make a dish out of these two things. Just a note about the salmon. I don't eat salmon from the future. No salmon where 100 grams cost $5.99 at the supermarket. I'm lucky enough to get Norwegian salmon from a friend from rivers, which he then cold smokes himself in December with his own fish, and that's a perfect piece of salmon. Roast pork, whether cold or warm. Our neighbor at Hubelbauer, Karin Walder, does it perfectly. And now I'm going to make a dish that brings together all the best parts and that I simply love. So now let's start with the salmon. Let's lay out the salmon nicely. Cut it however you like. A friend once said there's also the option of cutting the salmon into cubes. Not a bad idea. The thicker the piece, the more skill it takes and the more flavor you get. So yes, you can do that. Salmon great. Next up, the roast pork. Of course, it's easier with a machine, but you can also slice it well with a sharp knife. That was a bit of a thick piece. Then lay it all out again. So, what's next for us? A bit of horseradish, also known as kren. That's the classic topping for roast pork. Divide it up. So, and what I'm doing now, I have some 1% yogurt here. Actually, I prefer the full-fat yogurt, not the 3.5% one. I've got 1% yogurt here, a bit of chili. Then I need a bit of salt. And now, a little delicious cranberry liqueur from Quon's, which is made with care. Yes, a generous splash. Then stir the whole thing together. It's not just to make it look good, it actually tastes great. Drizzle a bit over the salmon. The salmon is already a bit marinated from the cold smoking anyway, and now comes the perfect harmony. Aquavit, our own product. And over the past few days, I've put our beer tap into operation. There's only bitter German Pilsner on tap. And now a bitter German Pilsner simply belongs with it. A sip. A sip with the salmon and the roast pork. You start with the salmon. You finish, or let's say as an intermediate course, you have the roast pork. You can also do it with sauerkraut. And when that's all gone, for dessert, Aquavit and bitter German Pilsner until you can't anymore. Cheers! I'm calling it a day 2. See you next time on Cooking with Beer and Schnapps.